Today we're getting into the latest Tesla news, including why you might want to buy your Tesla now, the Tesla Model 3 that was hacked, Tesla finally bringing back Park Assist, and more, so let's get into it, and a special thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. First up today, Tesla has launched a new product that will be very popular for long-term owners. Currently, Tesla's most popular cars, the long-range Model 3 and Y, come with a battery and drive unit warranty that is 8 years or 120,000 miles, whichever comes first, with minimum 70% retention of battery capacity over the warranty period. The difference for the rear-wheel drive Model 3 is a mileage of 100,000 miles. Tesla adds, quote, "These warranties cover the repair or replacement necessary to correct defects in the materials or workmanship of any parts manufactured or supplied by Tesla which occur under normal use." This is a decent warranty and better than some offer for these parts in vehicles, but then their basic vehicle limited warranty is pretty standard. Quote, "The basic vehicle limited warranty covers your vehicle for 4 years or 50,000 miles, whichever comes first." So this warranty will run out for many owners who actually keep their car long term and put it to good use. Tesla hasn't offered an extended warranty for some time, but now this is something they have officially launched through their app. In the app, you can see it called an extended service agreement, and right here it is demonstrated on a Model 3 at $1,800. In this example, it says, "Extended service agreement covers 2 years or 25,000 additional miles, whichever comes first." This agreement begins after your vehicle's basic vehicle limited warranty expires on February 19th, 2026, or 50,000 total miles, 35,922 miles remaining, whichever comes first. Of course, that date and mileage depend on your vehicle. The pricing is different for each vehicle, so the Model Y is slightly more at $2,000 than the Model S is $3,100 and Model X is $3,500. Very much in line with the pricing of these cars and likely the cost to maintain them on Tesla's end. This isn't a cheap extension of the warranty, especially for its length, so it'll be different for each customer as to how worthwhile this may be. Quote, "Much like a typical warranty, the extended agreement covers the repair and replacement of parts due to defects in both the materials and the workmanship. It only covers parts that were either produced or supplied by Tesla during the car's original coverage period." On top of this, it's very important to note that Tesla's EV batteries and powertrain parts have a completely separate warranty, which won't be extended or covered by purchasing the new agreement. So if this is something you're looking to buy, be sure to look in depth at all the exclusions that apply and make sure this truly makes sense for you. Either way, Tesla is now offering it through their app. Next up today, a very big part of Tesla's demand this year so far has been created by them dropping prices and making their cars eligible for the federal EV tax credit in the process. Now this may be changing for one of their most popular vehicles. If you're in the market for it, it may be smart to buy before the end of the month. Since the original announcement of the EV tax credit details, the requirements changed slightly, allowing Tesla to raise the price of the Model Y, but for qualifying customers, those price changes meant a lower price and a $7,500 tax credit. So far this year, the Model Y and Model 3 in many configurations have fully qualified, but soon that may change. A big part of the federal tax credit is requirements involving battery sourcing. The goal of the tax credit is to drive EV manufacturing to the United States all the way down to the raw materials for the battery. Currently, this credit comes in two parts. Quote, $3,750 requires that at least 50% of battery components were manufactured or assembled in North America. These percentages rise annually as well, but the other $3,750 is, quote, contingent on at least 40% of the value of the critical minerals in the battery having been extracted or processed in the United States or a country with a U.S. free trade agreement or recycled in North America. Many electric vehicles do not fully meet these requirements right now and will take some time to build up a supply chain for them in North America. But cars like the standard range Model 3 have still qualified because the IRS delayed these requirements until March as they figured out how they were going to apply them fully. Now we're approaching the end of March and Tesla is telling employees that they expect to lose the full $7,500 federal tax credit on the rear-wheel drive standard range Model 3 because the batteries come from China. Tesla uses an LFP battery for the rear-wheel drive Model 3 made in China, whereas their other models use batteries made at Giga Nevada, Fremont, and soon Giga Texas. Electric, quote, has learned from sources familiar with the matter that Tesla has communicated to employees that it expects the IRS to release the guidance any day now, and the automaker expects to lose the full credit on the Model 3 standard range, its cheapest vehicle. This is a big deal because their cheapest vehicle is likely the one many are trying to pair with the tax credit, and within a week, this may no longer be possible. As usual with these federal incentives and guidances, the timeline is very unclear. Many thought that March 1st would be the cutoff, but now it appears to last throughout March, and Tesla is preparing customers taking delivery this month that they should conclude their process before April 1st if they want to be sure they're eligible for the full tax credit. The thing is, we're not 100% sure until revised federal guidances come out. Quote, the access to the full credit could change if delivery is done on April 1st rather than March 31st, pending official guidance. So the government could decide that these guidelines are now in place starting April 1st and the rear-wheel drive Model 3 is immediately ineligible, or they could delay it further. I wouldn't count on that, but anything could happen. Also, this is only going to be the case until Tesla decides to source differently. Right now, their entire supply chain for the rear-wheel drive Model 3 involves this LFP pack coming from China, but eventually this may end up forcing them to source their battery in the US, which could be a good thing for that car long term. The good news for all other Tesla configurations, though, is that they should still qualify for the time being. Before we go any further, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a hit mobile hero collection RPG played by over 80 million players across the world, and best of all, it's completely free to play. It has amazing graphics, over 650 completely unique champions to collect from different factions, and endless content with new updates every month. There's a referral program, get more friends to play Raid, and everyone gets rewards. Then there's an arena where you can test your strength against other players, an index to see every champion in the game, and a Dark Elves faction. I like the Dark Elves because they live in the forest and they have many great champions. Not only that, but Raid's 4th anniversary is here, and there's a lot going on from dedicated offers to free gifts, promo codes, events, and an anniversary-themed legendary champion. Also, for Amazon Prime members, there's a special deal ending March 30th. On top of that, there are 2 bonuses right now. Use my link in the description below or scan the QR code on screen to get many useful things like Kellen the Shriek, magic potions, energy refills, and more. Additionally, since it's Raid's birthday, all new and existing players can get a bunch of free birthday gifts. Enter the promo code 4YearsRaid once in the game to get your hands on 3 legendary skill tomes, plus other useful stuff. To get started, click the link in the description below, and my username is RyanShawTech. In regards to other Tesla vehicles not qualifying, quote, Tesla appears confident that it won't be the case as a large percentage of its battery materials are sourced from countries with free trade agreements like Australia and Canada. Additionally, with Tesla hopefully finally adding the 4680 Model Y standard range to their lineup this year, that car is made with Tesla's own US cells and should qualify. I'll keep you posted as to the official guidance when the IRS releases it here, and then if Tesla responds by changing that battery pack anytime soon as a result. If you're trying to squeeze in right before this change might happen, there are some Model 3s in inventory near me, and that could be the quickest way to get one. Next up today, a Tesla Model 3 was hacked recently, demonstrating a hole in Tesla's security measures, but it's not exactly what you may think. Since EVs have so much integrated software, security is becoming increasingly critical. Quote, in the worst case scenario, a hacker could not only gain access to a car, but could leak user data or even take control of the vehicle. Just recently, Tesla returned to the Pwn-to-Own hacking competition, with a Model 3 functioning as both the target and the prize for anyone who successfully hacks it. Last year, 2 hackers at this event found a vulnerability in the Model 3's browser, which won them the vehicle and over $350,000 in prize money. This year, a group called Synactive used an exploit to gain access to the Model 3. As a result, they won a Tesla Model 3 $100,000, and of course, Tesla is now able to patch this security hole. It's a great test of security to have in a controlled environment, where hackers try their best to hack a Tesla so that Tesla is able to take that and improve their security from it. As for the details of this hack, quote, thanks to the nature of the hacking competition, the details of how the hack was performed have not been made entirely public to avoid a security risk for Tesla owners. What's particularly notable here is how much this demonstrates Tesla's focus on security. No other automaker was at this event, and Tesla is actively putting their cars out there confidently, knowing they are difficult to hack. Then when someone succeeds, it's a win for long-term vehicle safety, and that is the purpose of this event. Next up today, Tesla is in the process of pushing a couple big features to customers. First is the most important one. Customers are finally receiving their Tesla Vision parking sensor replacement. This is something Tesla has promised since October when they removed ultrasonic sensors, and it is long overdue. This parking sensor replacement works by having the cameras and FSD computer work together to figure out the distance the car is from things around it. It is arriving in software version 2023.6.9, and we've seen many customers who have a newer Tesla without these sensors receiving this update in their cars. Tesla's release notes say Tesla Vision Park Assist provides visual and audio alerts of surrounding objects. This feature uses the occupancy network network to predict high-definition outlines of objects 360 degrees around the car. Note, Tesla Vision Park Assist is for guidance purposes only and is not a substitute for an aware driver. Please be attentive and avoid obstacles as required. So far, this update still does not activate Auto Park, Summon, or Smart Summon, three major features included with Enhanced Autopilot or the FSD package that have been deactivated in cars without ultrasonic sensors. For now, this is only restoring the Park Assist function. So far, there have been mixed results. Some customers are having a great experience and are noticing that this is actually adding more visualization than USS sensors did. The visuals being all around the car illustrating obstacles is new. USS Teslas simply show obstacles in front of or behind the vehicle. Here's another customer trying out their parking sensor function and verifying it with a measuring tape. It seems to be doing well and does similarly well when backing up to an obstacle. This is great to see, but some customers have seen a simple Park Assist unavailable when trying more involved situations as well. Big thanks to John Satzinger for sending me videos of his car testing out these features. He has some examples of it performing really well and actually getting the measurements pretty accurate, as we can see in the rear camera here, and others where the car is stationary and changing its prediction rapidly. Clearly, it has some improvement ahead. Overall, it seems pretty good though, and I'm very curious to see comparisons with an ultrasonic sensor Tesla. The other thing to keep in mind here is that much like when Tesla removed radar sensors, this new Tesla Vision Park Assist actually brings additional functionality. The visualization all around the car is new, so it should be something that arrives on all Tesla vehicles in the near future. With Autopilot, Tesla has actually deactivated radar in older cars in favor of the new Tesla Vision Autopilot system, from what we can tell. So I wonder if they'll take a similar approach here. I imagine the best system overall would be a combination of this new Park Assist with the addition of ultrasonic sensors, but also wouldn't be surprised if Tesla simply deactivates these sensors on older cars once they find their new Park Assist feature to perform better. Clearly, this new system still needs some work though, and again, I wish Tesla was at this stage 5 months ago when they removed these sensors in the first place. Hopefully, they can quickly learn from all the data they're receiving on people using this new functionality and quickly get the system in line with what ultrasonics used to deliver. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if it's always a bit less reliable, but also brings certain enhancements, like the size of the vehicle being included in the visualization. Another big feature Tesla is updating right now is their safety score. Tesla has officially rolled out Safety Score 2.0, making your driving score more accurate. This is what Tesla used to use for FSD beta qualification, but now uses to determine your real-time Tesla insurance rate, if you're in a market where this is offered. Currently, California is the only state Tesla insurance exists in that does not actively use this safety score. As for what has changed in version 2.0, Tesla says, added excessive speeding as a new safety factor. More time spent driving over 85 miles per hour will lead to a lower safety score. Added unbuckled driving as a new safety factor. Time spent driving over 10 miles per hour without buckling the driver's seatbelt will lead to a lower safety score. Updated late night driving to be risk weighted based on when you are driving from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. The impact on your safety score is now reduced earlier in the night and increased later in the night. And lastly, updated hard braking safety factor to exclude braking events that occur when the vehicle detects a yellow traffic light. This is something we'll see evolve a lot over time, but it's also very important that this system continue being accurate and getting more accurate, since it's vital to Tesla's insurance model. It should be interesting to see how version 2.0 affects users' insurance rates and overall scores. Last up today, some updates from other automakers. Rivian is in the process of implementing 2 changes. First is in-vehicle software. Tesla supercharger locations that are open to other EVs are now being added to Rivian's navigation. This is a very smart move because even though there are very few supercharger locations open so far, Rivian will be set up to access reliable charging the more Tesla expands their stations. Rivian said, quote, "Your vehicle now shows select Tesla supercharger locations with a Magic Dock in the navigation app's charger filters. A Magic Dock allows you to charge your Rivian at select Tesla supercharger locations. These locations also show in the Rivian mobile app version 1.12 or later. To charge at a Tesla supercharger, you need to download the Tesla app." Regarding their vehicles, Rivian is in the toughest part of the process, scaling their EVs and aiming for profitability. One big way to achieve this is by cutting cost, and they're making one big design change to their cars. They are now launching their own in-house audio system called Elevation Audio. This will replace the Meridian audio system their cars have come with from the beginning. Ultimately, the aim is to reduce cost and improve quality by not using a third party. Overall, the R1T sound system with the Meridian system is great, but honestly doesn't hold up compared to Tesla's in my experience using and owning both. So I think this is a smart move that could lead to a better audio system long term. Over at Kia, they have released images for another new EV, their future EV5 SUV. Coming up, Kia is planning to release the EV9, a 7-seater EV that looks to take on the Rivian R1S really well. Now though, they've released concepts for the EV5, which is inspired by the EV9 but smaller. It's tough to truly tell the difference here in these photos, but it's expected to be a smaller crossover SUV, but still in that popular boxy SUV shape, and will only have 2 rows of seating. Quote, Kia will release the production model of the EV5 later this year, first in China, with plans for global markets to be made in due course. That's all the latest Tesla news for today, so in the meantime, if you want to see the best accessories for your Tesla Model 3 or Y, you can check out that video linked up here or in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.